Hello guys, welcome to my favorite cars POV. So basically you must be wondering why am I showing this old car to you guys on this channel. But so this happened to be my first car which I bought when I was in my engineering. I can't say I bought, which I should say my dad bought for me when I was in my engineering second year. He said he'll gift me this if I clear all the exams, all the subjects in first year and get a good percentile, which I did, and I got this as my first car. Now it's been 15 years. This car is 15 years old, still feels new. Why am I getting this POV right now is I have spent few lakhs of rupees on this car and got it to feel like new. Like I've changed the suspension, I've changed the brake pads, I've changed the brakes, I've got the engine mounts changed, transmission mounts changed, engine refurbished, and some tuning done. And this car feels excellent to drive. This makes me so nostalgic. Like it feels like I have time traveled and I'm in like 2011 or 12. Because of the tuning, it has got little power to it. And why I love this car is, as you can see, the way it handles the corners, the way it handles the road, the bumps, excess. This was a first car to have air suspension back then. That was something very rare and unique. And in my college there were other students who used to come and ask for me to show that feature because it was very unique, not something you can find it on any car at that time. So this was a car which was very unique, which had very high features, and it was built like a tank. Even now, after 15 years of driving it rough and tough, the body still holds very well. There are hardly any crackles in the body or in the interiors. I'll just fill up the car and get back to you. So more about this car. I just filled up with 2000 rupees of petrol and it is giving me a range of 380 kilometers. Back then this car used to return me around 8 to 9 kilometers per liter, which was huge for a luxury car, luxury sedan. So I used to drive this car every day to the college. Used to love the drive. I mean, like for first 2 years I was just driven with the driver, and later for 1 year I drove it by myself. I used to have a lot of fun, a lot of memories in this car. I never wanted to sell it. I was hardly using it. It was in a corner, like many of you guys have seen in the videos, intros. It was always put in a corner. But lately I felt I've got this love for old cars now. I suddenly had like not liking the fact of continuously buying the new cars. Yes, buying new cars and enjoying them is good, but nothing like refurbishing your old car and using it again, because these old cars have lots and lots of memories. So I just want them to live on. And the whole idea of driving I can't call this a vintage car, but yes, a 15-year-old car which looks shiny, on point, well maintained is another feeling. So since couple of days I've been driving this car, only this car, and I'm enjoying like anything. So I wanted to show you guys how it is and share it with you guys. So let me know what you think. Back then this feature was like mind-blowing. Everybody used to be like, what? Now every random car has features like this, but the screen going inside was some feature back then. And this car also had comfort auto dynamic, which was again a crazy feature which only few top end cars used to have. Like I told you guys, air suspension were few quirks or few goodies that made this car a level apart. Leaving that, if you see, even after 15 years of usage, this car hardly has anything broken. All the buttons work perfectly. There's nothing that doesn't work. Everything is still working anew. I haven't got any buttons or etc repaired. It's, I think, next to impossible to get the buttons repaired because the company will not be producing it anymore. So any button that is gone is gone. So thankfully, fortunately, none of my buttons are gone. They're still working anew. Every part in the car that is supposed to work is working. So that is back then German engineering was at its pinnacle. Even now on that speed breakers or on this bad patch of road, there's hardly any tweaking in the car or in the cabin. It's so solidly built. Everything is soft leather everywhere. I just love it. Just imagine how it made me feel back then. So coming to the suspension, it has such plushness to it. It just feels like magic carpet ride because of that magic suspension. So when you cross 80 kilometers per hour, the suspension lowers and it gets firmer. When you are lower than 80 and when it is in comfort mode, the air suspension raises and there's a lot of cushioning and you can hardly feel any bumps. And it being a sedan, it handles exceptionally well. Why is everybody stopping? See, on this CC road, no undulations at all, no jolts in the cabin, pretty sleek. And even these vents, in the new cars, within a year or two you happen to lose the vents. In this car, everything is as it is. I've driven it for like 2 lakh kilometers and it is still doing good. I've not done anything major to the engine. Just got the parts polished maybe. Had regular services done, never missed one. I'm very particular about the service timings for my cars. I never miss them. Though I don't do many kilometers in a year, I try to get the service done on time. So coming to the power, this car had 240 or 260 bhp when I bought it. In between I've got some tuning done and the bhp has gone up to 280 to 300, but now it being 15-year-old car, I don't think I'm able to get 300 out of it. Maybe somewhere around 260 should do. So a pretty powerful car. Very easy to drive. And the best thing that I used to enjoy in this car was its sound system. Back then the Audi Symphony sound system, and this car was bang on the money. Boy oh boy, I used to enjoy this car like anything. The only aging that I can see is some color fade on the steering. Apart from that, I think everything is in its place. Currently it is returning 9.4 kilometers per liter, which is great for this size of car. Back then the doors were really heavy. The thud you get when you close it. It was peak German engineering. Now the doors of the Benz or BMW feel so light. There's hardly any weight to it. This car, when it's on the slope, when I ask a person to get down, they used to struggle to open that door because it's that heavy. All in all, a perfectly comfortable car for the family. Basically, my dad used to enjoy this car a lot because it has ample of backseat space. It's actually like a limousine back there. So it used to feel like a stretch. I'll try to show you. That's a pretty neatly reclined, ample knee space back seat. So I don't know how many of you remember, but the A6 ad back in 2011-12 used to be like business class on wheels. So not everybody was able to afford a S-Class or a A8. So people used to think of this car as a business class on wheels. Coming to comfort wise, I can say yes, it does do right to that saying, but I think S-Class and A8 had amazing back seats. Even the 7 Series were like the kings back then. So they had amazing back seats. They used to recline, have padded this thing. I think they were only 4-seater. They used to come in only 4-seat configuration, and all the rich businessmen used to go crazy about those cars. So coming to me, I don't think I'll ever sell this car for at least another 10 years. I'll try to maintain as crisp as it is now. I'll get the servicing done on time. On any parts that need to be replaced, I'll get them replaced, and I'll use it very often, so that it is not just kept aside as a garage queen. Hopefully another 10 years from now, this will be a 25-year-old vehicle and it'll be called a vintage car, and I driving it to some coffee shops or some etc places will get a lot of attention to this car. Because 10 years from now, cars won't be looking like this anymore, I believe. So this car will be like bang from back in the time. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. If I get an open space, I'll try to show how it accelerates by putting it in the sports mode. Yeah, I have to tell how the sports mode in this car is like. It's pretty easy. This is sports mode. It was very easy. When I used to feel like some action hero whenever I was trying to overtake a car. I used to just be like this and I used to just overtake the cars. And it has also got paddle shifters. Back then paddle shifters was crazy again. So all the features in this car back then were like wow. Like not many cars used to have all these features back then. None of the cars, I should say, none of the cars used to have all these kind of features. None of the BMWs or none of the Benz for that matter. See, we are on a CC road, bad patch. Hardly any movement in the cabin. Feels very plush. Now I've got some open space, so I'll show you. Wow, 100 like this. So that's pretty fast. So those 240 old horses are still alive. So this is for you guys. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed. See you again.